All right, this is WrestleZone Weekly.
WrestleZone Weekly.
I haven't even introduced my guest at this time.
I'm excited.
He is the bane of my existence.
Sami Callihan.
Ways.
Oh, I ruined your punchline.
He's Sami Callihan. No, I was just going to bury you. It's okay. I did an interview that'll air on WrestleZone soon with Cody Hawk, and I just buried you relentlessly to him.
That's a great thing to do.
Yes.
All the cool kids are doing it.
But I'm happy to see you. I'm happy to see you in a good mood.
Happy to see you, Joe. It's been years.
It has been many years. Well,
it's hard to get a hold of me.
Yes, and we will.
You're a good friend of mine. It's still hard to get a hold of me.
Yes, I appreciate that. I saw you in Dallas earlier this year for the first time in many years since before WWE, and got your new phone number, and it's accomplished exactly nothing for me since.
It's a puzzle. It's a labyrinth.
We're working on it.
On a Tuesday between the times of like 1:33 and 1:34 p.m.
I've got you on tape saying this now.
I know.
I'm going to set the alarm.
1:33 p.m. I'm getting a call.
So now you have made some headlines lately. You're somebody that left WWE on your own terms, and what some on the outside would say a pretty controversial move to turn down the guaranteed work, the steadiness, the security, if you will. Looking back on that now, everything you're doing, are you happy with that decision? And what's the greatest thing about your new life as an independent contractor again?
Well, first of all, I never regret anything I do, and you've known me for years.
Yes.
I've made some bold choices in my life, but I will stand by every choice that I've made, and I will one day face judgment for those things what I've done. But that's here nor there. Like, I create my own future now. Like, I have that tattooed on my chest now for a reason. I create my own future. Like, I'm not a person just to settle for a paycheck and to be like second best. I want to be the top guy everywhere I am. Like, so if I had to leave just to show them like why they hired me in the first place and why a 5'10" kid can draw money and like connect with an audience, then so be it. I will do that every day, and if I get back to WWE, great. If I don't, like, I'll live and die going down as me than being something I'm not.
How does present-day Sami Callihan differ the most from Solomon Crowe?
I think I've grown up a lot. Like, to be honest, like, I really, like, the past 3-4 years, I've grown into an adult and who I really am now. And sure, like, I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, and I've made a lot of mistakes in my career. But now I feel like I'm at a point where, like, I'm having the best matches of my life right now. I'm in the best shape of my life right now. And I'm like, everything's clicking on full cylinders. When I was in WWE, like, I really second-guessed myself. I wish I would have went in there just balls to the walls, like, take no prisoners and just, like, really just be who I was. But I walked on eggshells and I tried to be something I wasn't, and it failed. And that's why I had to quit and leave, because, like, I didn't want to fail being something I wasn't. I'd rather fail being me and going down swinging than conform and not be who I am, because who I am is good enough. At the end of the day, it's more than good enough. Like, and I will live by that, and I will die by that. That I am one of the best professional wrestlers walking this planet today. Any pound, any weight, any height.
Talk about your relationship with Lucha Underground. Are they giving you the chance to let you be who you want to be? And what about that place makes it so special?
What makes it so special is A, the writing team is amazing, but B, they do take the handcuffs off you and give you a little bit of freedom. Like, hey, we're going to give you a chance to go out there and, like, see if this works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You failed trying something that you pitched. So that's the one difference. Like, they're really hands-on. They love input. They love, like, you being you. They understood they signed me for one reason, and that was to be Sami fucking Callihan. Like, when I got signed to WWE, I tried to become something I wasn't. And, like, Lucha Underground's like, no, we want you. There's a reason that you have so much buzz. There's a reason that people, like, put over your accolades. Like, that is who I am, and I get a chance to be that finally and show the world that on a national platform.
Where do you see Sami Callihan in the next, say, 3 years or so? Are you back in the NXT system, reinvented? Are you developing a relationship with Lucha Underground? Are you international? Where would you like to see yourself?
Honestly, I don't know. Like, wherever, like, the wind may take me. I am, by far, I feel probably one of the top 10 most booked wrestlers on the planet right now. Every week I'm wrestling 3, 4, 5 shows, doing tours of Europe. I'm home for a day, then I'm gone again because I'm out there on the grind, because I'm going to build this up on my own, and I'm going to build my brand. Day after day, I'm going to bust my ass. I'm going to build my brand. And, like, in 3 years, I'd like to say either A, I'm the top guy at Lucha Underground, B, I'm one of the top guys in New Japan, or C, I'm back in WWE showing people why I am one of the best wrestlers walking this planet today.
Switching the mood a little bit, why have I seen you online wearing a giant cat head?
I really don't know. It's the thing with Space Cat is Space Cat is its own entity. It has its own mind of its own. I can't go out there and talk of Space Cat's business because I'm not Space Cat. Space Cat's its own person, its own equity, its own entity, all on its own.
I will take your word for that.
You don't want to know about Space Cat, bro. It gets real weird. It gets really dark.
I think we could do like an hour podcast, like you, me, and Paul London, just dissecting Space Cat.
And Space Cat.
Yes.
He might come. You never know where he might show up. He showed up in England a couple weeks ago. He showed up against Cody Rhodes. Hell, he had his finger stuck in Liger's bum at one point.
Okay, that is interesting. Does Space Cat have a passport?
Space Cat does have a passport.
Or does he just travel in one of the animal carriers?
Usually it costs about $100 to travel with him because like I just put him in a nice little knapsack, put him up top. I just got to make sure he has a little bit of room. I can't have him jammed up in the gear bag. He gets real mad. He wants to be on my carry-on underneath my seat close to me at all times.
All right, my last question.
11.
Okay, I'll throw another question out there.
Okay.
Will you answer your phone when I call you?
Absolutely.
Are you now? We're gonna get that. We're gonna get that on tape now.
You don't ever try to call me. You try to text me.
That is
You don't ever try to just call. If you just try to call, I'd answer because then it gives me a reason to go. Oh, look at my phone. The problem is people text me, and if I don't happen to see it while I'm looking at my phone, more people text me, and it just goes to the bottom of the list. So then, by the time I look at my phone, I have hundreds of messages to look at. You've seen my phone.
Yes, I have.
You have seen my phone.
It's absurd. Is absurd. I don't know why so many people like you, because it's very difficult sometimes.
Yes, it is. It's hard to be a friend with me.
Yes.
I'm a hell of a Snapchatter, though. If you got Snapchat, I will Snapchat the hell out of you.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that off air and make it interesting.
Oh, yeah, people can't know about my Snapchat. No. That's for my close personal homies, you know. My close, like Joe Dombrowski.
I don't know what just happened.
I'm going to send you a snap to me on the toilet.
Okay, this is getting very weird, but I'm not...
opposed.
No, I'm not opposed. I'm open-minded. Where can we find you on social media?
Social media, and get me on the Twitter machine at the Sami Callihan, or you can get me on Instagram at official Callihan, or you can check out my new promotion, which I'm running, the Wrestling Revolver, at pwrevolver.com or www.prowrestlingrevolver.com. Give it a check out. It's pretty cool.
All right, I dig that, and
I licked your nipple once.
I appreciate.
I will put that out there.
That is true.
They don't need to know the story, but I have in fact licked Joe Dombrowski's nipple at one point.
It's actually weirder without the story, kind of.
I know,
but okay.
I kind of like it.
That is true. I do too. I don't know where.
Let the allegations begin.
I don't know where this is going to go once we go off air.
Where can these rumors go?
They can go anywhere you want them to.
You know, they did this interview and then they just disappeared for days. We don't know where they were.
I'm disappearing into your eyes right now. Ooh. But that being said, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your work ethic. You know, I've always admired your hustle, your determination. You've never
gypsy, bro.
You've never taken no for an answer, even when you maybe should have. And I saw something in you 9 years ago, and you have exceeded all expectations I had out of you. And I'm proud of you, and I love you.
I love you too, man. Thank you.
All right, and everybody who's listening to this interview,
this is Joe Dombrowski signing off for WrestlingZone.com.
I'm not signing off.
He signed off.
When we post this, we're going to find out if you called me or not.
Okay.
There's going to be an update.
Deal.
So this is a test.
Signing off is Joe Dombrowski. I took your thunder.
Thank you to Sami Callihan for whatever that was we just listened to. Out of all the interviews I've done, that was certainly one of them. And if anybody's curious as to the follow-up of the cliffhanger, did Sami Callihan answer his phone? Well, here's what happened.
Sorry, the voicemail is not available right now. Please try again later.
There you have it. Something to be said about a leopard changing his spots. Next week on WrestleZone Weekly, I'm doing my first doubleheader. I've spotlighted a lot of great prominent names and legends of wrestling, but I'd like to put the spotlight for a week on a couple young talents who are going to be doing some major things in the years to come, and have already made some headlines. You just may not know their names yet. First up, those of you who were watching the internet headlines sometime in 2015 may have seen a story about a young Midwest independent wrestler asking his number one fan, who happened to be a young autistic senior in high school. He asked her out to her senior prom, made her dream come true. It was a great feel-good story that got a lot of coverage, but he didn't do it for attention. And that's why you don't know his name. His name is Ace Perry, We'll talk to him, give him a spotlight next week. In addition, a very lovely and talented young lady out here in the Pittsburgh area where I reside. Her name is Britt Baker, and the majority of you saw her because she was the very first victim of Nia Jax on Monday Night Raw. So we will trace back to her day backstage at Monday Night Raw and get her thoughts as a rookie coming up in the midst of a women's wrestling revolution. A lot of great wrestling to watch live this weekend. IWC Wrestling will be in Clearfield, Pennsylvania this Saturday. IWCWrestling.com for tickets and information. And it's a huge weekend in Canada. Windsor, Ontario, right across the bridge from Detroit. It's Border City Wrestling's annual Excellence Super Show at St. Clair College, featuring the former Damian Sandow, Aaron Rex, the former Santino Marella, Anthony Corelli, Gail Kim, and a whole lot more. You can search out Border City Wrestling on Facebook, on Twitter, I believe BorderCityWrestling.com. Find out how you can be a part of that event. And Destiny Wrestling on Sunday, you can find me at Destiny Wrestling, Destiny World Wrestling in Mississauga, Ontario, Battle Arts Academy. I'll be the ring announcer of record there. You can check out DestinyWorldWrestling.com for more information there. Also featuring the former Damian Sandow, Brian Cage, Moose, etc. Had a great time coming up last minute a month ago to ring announce the Destiny versus Global Force Wrestling event at that building this past month. Looking forward to being back for sure. My website is joe-dombrowski.com. All of my social media, merchandise, outsource announcing, and more is located there. Feel free to stop by and check it out, and I'll see you next week for another WrestleZone Weekly Road Report.